All right, just gotta get this going here. Okay, welcome to another live stream. This is Shane Olson. Hello, that's my, that's me. That sounded weird, but welcome to another live stream. Today we're going to be sculpting inside of the PC version of Nomad Sculpt. It is in a kind of a soft launch state right now. Nomad is, and it should be launched for real soon, but you can get it if you join the Discord server and go to the PC version. You can grab it over there. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description. But it is almost identical to the iPad version. The only difference for me is that I navigate with a mouse instead of and a stylus instead of my fingertips on iPad. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it a lot. And we're gonna be sculpting this guy by Mohammed. It's yeah, Mohammed. Okay. Hey, what's up, Neil? How you doing? Okay, so let's go ahead and get going on this guy. And I have a bunch of hotkeys set up, so if I hit the number 3 on my keyboard, it just selects the move brush, which is super fun. And I like to start out with the lighting a little bit brighter than this. So I'm going to go up to shading. You can see the exposure is low. So I'm going to crank it up to at least a 1. Let's see here. And I'm trying to stream to 4 different places today. So that'll be kind of interesting. I'm streaming to YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, and Facebook. so that's kind of interesting. All right, I don't think LinkedIn is working because it's asking me to connect to an event, but I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm gonna change this project to be curly haired feller. There we go. It works. All right. So yeah, this is kind of a better lighting situation. I can actually see what I'm doing better. So, and also the reason I'm not streaming on Maxon's channel right now with ZBrush is because the ZBrush Summit is starting tomorrow, and they're I think it actually might be. Hey Scott, thanks. Hey Gingerbear, how are you? Yeah, Twitch stream isn't working. Oh, okay. It says it's working. I don't know what's going on over there. Okay. Strange. All right. Well, in the future, I may just stream just to YouTube. But thanks for letting me know. I think I'll turn off the Twitch stream just so it's not taking up my bandwidth. Yeah, I'll turn that off for now. Okay. Yeah, so if you want to watch over, it's just 3D Character Workshop on YouTube, and that's where I stream live the most. Yeah, it has an error saying download is canceled. However, other channels work. Really weird. Okay, that's strange. I'll have to figure that out. But thank you so much. How you doing, by the way? Okay. Let's start sculpting. So this guy is very interesting. He's got a super interesting shape. So I'm gonna just start working that out. I should take my watch off because it's just I have it set to notifications going crazy. Put it over there so it doesn't bug me. Okay, so one thing I recommend doing with Nomad, if you're a brand new user with it, is to turn the power of your move brush down to at least like 50% or so, like halfway on this line right over here. And because full power to me just kind of feels squishy and unnatural, I guess. So I kind of like to turn that down. And then we can smooth it out. Let's see what see, this is a bit too high for me. So I'm going to go to, I really like using the voxel remesher inside of Nomad. But we're going to use it on a pretty low setting, like maybe 50. We're going to remesh that. And it had multi-resolution on it before. Just say yes, and now we can smooth it down. This must be large. Hold on a second. It's acting like my smooth brush is acting very slow. So I'm just going to add a new object to my scene to see. No, it's fine. I'm not sure exactly why it's being slow, but I'm going to crank up the power to it. There it goes. Okay, so this is going to be kind of his head and his body together. And I'm just trying to get that big shape first, and just kind of, he's got this triangular pinhead happening. Hey Brad, how are you? You guys found me. I'm happy. Okay. This might be a little too powerful. In Nomad, you can crank the power above 100%. As I like to say, you can crank it to an 11. Okay, so this is his belly right here, and then we're going to figure out how he's sitting in this chair. I want to arch his back. This is his back right here. And let's just kind of make him super frumpy. Frumpy. Okay. I'm still getting used to the brush sizing in here. I'm used to it more in the iPad version, but there's a couple options in here under, if you go to change how your brush sizing acts. If you go to gestures, and then I believe it's under advanced, maybe bindings advanced. Yeah, right here. So if you go under bindings, click advanced, there's tool radius types. There's this circle, this center, and this thing called DX. I don't know what that means, but this is the closest to what I'm used to. But the problem is when if I hit, I have it set to my S hotkey, and it will keep the brush size, which I like, but as I drag away, it doesn't really keep up with the edge of the brush. So let's see, and if I do circle, see it pops it over to the left, but keeps my position, which is weird. Hey John, quick question: can your ruler file be placed in the iPad version? Absolutely, John. Yeah, yep. You just save out a nom, .nom, N-O-M, and you can save it. What I like to do is I have an iCloud or a Google Drive or something like that. And iCloud works best because, you know, it's iPad and Apple, the whole Apple thing. You can just drop it in the iCloud and then just go on your iPad and just wait for it to upload, and you can just bring it right on in there. So it's really easy. Okay. And I actually have a version of my ruler. Let me see. Okay, so let's take just a really quick break, and I'll tell you what's going on. So, I've been running the 3D Character Workshop for the last 8 or so years, right? And it's been a course mainly with a Discord server. And recently, I've wanted to move away from the platform that I've been using to host my courses because it's getting a bit too expensive. So I've been looking into other options, and one of the options that I found is a platform called School, and it's spelled S-K-O-O-L. And a lot of you might know already that I tried to do a new, kind of a new brand, a new product called Sculpt School, spelled with a K. But I quickly found out that was probably not the wisest thing to do. Because I'm so invested in my 3D Character Workshop brand. So what I did is I'm keeping the School platform, but I changed it back to 3D Character Workshop. And I moved all of my old courses over there, and I have new courses over there. And John, since you were asking, I have my brushes over there. And let me just, I think I uploaded the Nomad version of the ruler. I just want to check to make sure. If not, I will do it soon. Okay. So this is, and I have there's tiered pricing, and I have a free level. So you can come join it for free and get the brushes for free and some training for free, including some Nomad training. This is free right here. You can see these, there's a lot of training in ZBrush, and this is in Nomad. But if you go to these brushes, I believe, yeah, here it is right here. So if you join my school, the link is in the description, and you can just go there, join it for free. I need to allow you in there. And then once you join, just come to the classroom, click on the brushes, and then here it is. It's the Ruler Nom project for Nomad, and that works both in, okay, John, yeah, that works both on iPad and the PC version. They're exactly the same version. So the developer, Stefomi, he made it a point to keep them exactly the same. There's no difference other than where it's at. Okay, awesome. And let me know if you guys have any questions about that. So I just barely made a free tier, like what, yesterday or the day before? I think the day before. So this is all new to me. I'm still trying it out, but so far it's working pretty well. Okay, so body, here we go. Let's insert. So there in Nomad, there's an insert brush, and it's right here. But then you have to pick the shape that you want, and they're clear over here on the left. It's funny because on iPad, it doesn't seem like such a travel across the screen, but here on Windows, it's like going from the right side all the way over to the left side to pick something. It's kind of different. So anyway, you just click on an object, and then you click and drag on the surface. And I just inserted a sphere here. This is going to be his upper leg eventually. And then I want to mirror this over to the other side. So if you look down here, this could be up top for you. It could be up here. So just look for this. I'm going to hit mirror. And what that's going to do is that's going to add a mirror repeater. So if we look at our hierarchy, you can see the mirror repeater right here and the quad sphere underneath it. And the reason that quad sphere is orange is because it has not been validated yet, which means you can still do some stuff to it. But I want to validate it so it can be sculptable. Okay, and then we'll hide that hierarchy there. And then we can show our gizmo, which you can go to it just right over here on the left-hand side. There's also, you can go to the right-hand side and hit it over here. So both of those places are kind of easy to get to there. Okay, we're just gonna, looks like a mushroom from Mario. And in Nomad, this little circle in the middle is move along camera plane, and this big circle on the outside is scale uniformly. So if you're wondering, and then these squares are move along plane. I want to do that. And then I'm going to grab my move brush. And sometimes the move brush, it might not work how you're expecting it to work. Always check over here. See where this says normal? This means move along normals, and it means that you possibly have accidentally tapped on Alt, and that's the alternate version of the move brush. So just double check that if your brushes aren't behaving like you expect them to behave. Sometimes you'll be using smooth and you'll accidentally hit relax because relax is the alternate version of smooth inside of Nomad. So just watch out for that. It happens to me all the time on the PC version, but it never happens to me on the iPad just because of, you know, the navigation. And Nomad was developed specifically for the iPad. So yeah, the PC, he's still kind of working through it. But okay, if you want to clone something or duplicate it or whatever, there's this clone button right up here. You can hit clone, and it's not going to clone it until you move it or scale it or rotate it. So I'm going to move it, and now it's cloned. And now I can come in here and just kind of bend his legs back. And then move them to the side. We're just going to work through this a little bit. I'm going to shrink these down so they're not so quite so long. Hey, what's up, Ernie? How are you? And you're on Facebook. How's it working over on Facebook for you? Yeah, he's hilarious. I really like the reference that the artist took it from is really cool, but I just love the way he looks at characters and interprets them into his own kind of it's a very Disney-ish style, which I love, but he puts more kind of life and character into them. Let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. So this is the artist over on LinkedIn, Mahmoud Mohammadi, I think. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but if you go down to his activity, his feed, I'm gonna hit show all posts here. I'm on Facebook on my iPhone. Interesting. Okay, so see, look at this one. Here's a new one. He just takes these pictures of these people. Let's get it bigger. And then just does his own interpretation of them. And he just simplifies and exaggerates extremely well. I love it. And like this guy, look at this. It's so good. And he really leans into the shapes, like these head shapes and like the shape of this body, very triangular, even though you can't see it in the reference. I could sculpt every single one of these. I mean, look at this. Look at his hair. He just takes what's there and exaggerates the heck out of it. This cute girl and this little look at this. Gives her a little pot belly and stuff. Look at this little nose. It's so fun. I could sculpt every one of these. Yeah, this one. But here's the guy. Look at this. Look at this guy. He's got this frizzy hair, and he just kind of captures that moment, you know. Yeah, anyway, I'll probably leave this this guy up for reference and look at him later as I'm working, but all right, so let's get back. This looks like a bug or something now, and I think what I'm going to do is I'll stretch. I might even put another sphere in here to act as these pants. You know, the pelvis section of it. But I wanted to keep kind of this whole triangular shape. Oh, thanks, Neil. Okay. Let's just let's go back. And also inside of Nomad, you can toggle these things on and off. So I can toggle shift to turn smooth on and off. I don't have to sit and hold the button down. You can toggle it. And I can also toggle control, which is mask, and that will stay on as long as it's toggled. And then I can toggle hide as well. I don't have a hotkey for hide. I should. But yeah, all of these things over here are toggleable. I love it. I love it except for when it toggles when I don't want it to. That's the only time I don't like it. Okay, so let's do another insert. I'm not going to duplicate this. I'm going to insert another sphere. Quad sphere. We're going to do it right here. And since I'm inserting it into that leg mesh, or underneath it, you know, I had this one active while I inserted this one, I don't need to add a mirror because if you look at the hierarchy, it's adding it right underneath this one. Okay, so I can validate that and you can see that it turned from orange to white. And now I can click the one above it and then hold it and then put it in the hierarchy. So I have this one in a chain. This is the legs in a chain, and then that's being mirrored. So it's super nice that way. I can go through and rename these. I'm not going to do it right now, but eventually, if I leave them separated, I can put this whole thing in a big nice hierarchy and name them. So if I select this leg and then select the gizmo, when I move it, you can see that it moves the whole leg like an FK rig kind of, which is super nice. I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our move brush, grab this foot sphere, and just start to shape it into place. Hey, Flippy. Oh yeah. Sorry, Flippy. I'm glad you found me. So glad you found me. So they're kind of they're getting ready for the ZBrush Summit, is why I'm not streaming over there. So yeah, they're making some changes, and I didn't want to be interrupted or interrupt them. So I decided just to stream over here today. And also, since I'm going to be participating in the Sculpt Off, the ZBrush Sculpt Off, the special one that they're having for people that have participated in the Sculpt Off in the past, they're doing an early one tomorrow for those people. It's not the public one. It's like I mean, it'll be shown for the public, but yeah, it won't be. Oh, I just noticed that in my school, I pointed to the Maxon. I forgot to change that over. Okay, let me show you something really quick, guys. So in my school right here, I have this cool calendar, and in the calendar, I have it marked down that I go live all these days. Like this is today. But when you click on it, you can see, and it goes right to the YouTube channel, and you can add it to your calendar to be reminded if you want to. It's really, really handy. And then I also put right here the ZBrush Live Sculpt Off, so you can see that. So if you do join my school for free, or paid if you want, you can be notified of when I'm going live. And then we have some sculpting hangouts and stuff, and that's part of the free section of the school. So anyway, yeah, you can come check it out. All right, enough about that. But that is why I'm not streaming over on Maxon at the moment, is because they're prepping. They're getting the party ready. Okay. You know, I'm just trying to think about how I want to do this. I'm going to show you some cool things with Nomad. It's funny because this looks like a walnut or something. or almond, I should say. Okay, I think I'm going to just go ahead and slice this body down the middle. All good. I wanted to catch the Sculpt Off too. It sounds fun. Yeah, that's happening tomorrow. There's 2 Sculpt Offs. There's the one that is going to be all of the past Sculpt Off participants. Well, not all of them, but a bunch of them. And then the public one will go live later on. So, okay. So I'm going to select this body. Let's do a save really quick. Save. Okay. And now, what I want to do here is I want to slice him right at the waistline. Okay. So I want to go underneath this belly and just kind of slice through here. So what you want to do is you want to, as you're orbiting your camera, you can hold shift and it will snap to the side. Okay. That Maxon one you're taking part in is on 5 p.m. my time, and I'll be at work. I'll have to watch it on my replay. Oh, dang. Hey, Sparky, how you doing? Hello, hello. Okay, I'm going to try this. If I do, there's one called trim and one called split. If you want to keep both pieces, you use split. Okay, and then there's all these different shapes you can use. So if I wanted a perfect line, I could use line. If I wanted this lasso, I can use this lasso. Here, I'll show you how this works. So if I just encircle this, like so, yeah, we'll just kind of do that. I have auto validate turned off. That means it won't just do it, right? I may be sick at that time. You're funny, Brad. So you can see this little green hovery dot right here, okay? That will validate. But if you can't find that green dot, or it's hidden somewhere, or it's off screen or something like that, you can look down here and there's also a big green validate button, or it may be up here. So just look above or below, and I find it easier to hit this one. You just hit validate, and then it will look like it didn't do anything, right? So, and I can grab this shape and move it. I can click on it with my mouse and move it. And you can see the cut right here. And the reason we can see the cut is because smooth shading is turned on. Okay, so if you go up to this gear, there's smooth shading right there. If I turn this off, that line completely goes away. This kind of blows my mind how good this trim is. So now, if we go and look at our hierarchy, here, let's change to a different brush so that selection goes away. If we look at our hierarchy, and you can pin this, by the way, there's a big pin right here in the corner. So you can just pin it so you can see it. Now you can see that there's two pieces. There's a quad sphere split and a quad sphere 1. Those are the names. And then everything that was underneath the piece, the bottom piece, is underneath here in a hierarchy. And you can move this around no problem. So it looks like, yeah, see, it didn't attach it to the bottom half, it attached it to the top half, but we want the legs to be attached to the bottom half. So we can just grab this mirror repeater. I keep wanting to call it a modifier. I got Blender brain. So if I grab this mirror and I drag it up underneath this one and let go, now it's parented to that one. Sculpt says 3 a.m. on Maxon and on school at 4 a.m., but I'll try and make it. Whatever Maxon says, that's the one. So mine is set up for mountain time, and I might have gotten the times wrong, so that would be my fault. 3 a.m. though, holy cow. Where are you at in the world to be at 3 a.m.? Okay, so now if I click this piece and I hit the gizmo and I grab this and move it along the plane, so you can see that it's been split. The split is nice. And I can grab this upper portion of the body and I can split it off like this too. And let's take a look at the wireframe. You can see it does a pretty good job. Australia. Oh, okay. So you're over there with Sparky Face then. Nice. Okay. So now what I want to do is let's unpin this. Unpin. Okay. So you can see how his belly kind of folds underneath here, and then his pants are kind of stretched out like crazy. So I kind of just want to bring this pelvis out forward with the move brush. Let's do that. I think I'm getting used to how this brush works, or the sizing works. Okay, and I think I want to voxel this again just to get it. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just join these right now, except for the shoes. I'll leave the shoes separate. But how you select multiple objects is you just hold Shift and click, and it will just select them like that. Yeah, so these are all selected, and then what I can do is go up to the hierarchy and click on Join. And that will join everything, but you can see it's still mirrored. So I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to actually take this mirror. I wonder what it did. Let's go. I've never done that, actually. Let's check it out. So I'm going to select all 4 of these and then hit join, because it kind of kicked the mirror out of the hierarchy there. But it's still, this stuff is still underneath it. So I'm going to grab this and put it up above. Yeah, that's what I thought. So since this leg is no longer mirrored, it goes away. So I'm going to undo that, and I need to validate this mirror first. So I'm going to click down here on validate, and that basically is going to ask me, do I want to keep my instances or join the children together or turn the instances off? I want to join them all together. Okay, so now we have these, all these objects. But I wanted to take the feet out. So I'm going to undo that, go down to the feet, and I'm just going to pull it out and just put it up here somewhere. I don't necessarily need it to be parented to anything. See, now this foot's gone, because I'll mirror that again later. I just want to mirror the leg. So let's just go ahead and validate this. Validation, join, go. Okay, and now the mirror goes away. I don't know why it renamed it mirror, but then we're going to hit Shift and add this pelvis to it, and then hit join. And now that everything is joined together, I have 2 options. I can do Boolean, which is kind of like remesh by union in ZBrush, or I can do voxel remesh. And I kind of want a voxel remesh just to even all of this topology out. So I'm going to go ahead and click on voxel and then adjust the density of it all. We'll roll it down to, let's go to about 100. Hit remesh, and this is what we're left with. This is a lot like Dynamesh in ZBrush. but it has a different algorithm, and the algorithm is results in quads and not triangles. So there aren't any triangles in here. And what that means, what that offers you, is the ability to subdivide. That's why you can keep it low, and you can just kind of hit Control D and subdivide it up. Well, that's the hotkey that I have it set to, is Control D. Okay. I didn't mean to hit relax. I just need to turn the power down just so it doesn't smooth so fast. There we go. And then just kind of round his belly out and round this all out. It's looking funny because he's got a shelf there. Been doing school with iPad ZBrush, but Nomad asymmetry ability, I miss a lot. Such a cool feature. Yeah. How are you getting on with ZBrush on iPad? Is that doing well for you? I really like it. I like to play with ZBrush on iPad. It's fun. I love the fact that it just has everything in it pretty much. I mean, it's missing a few things, but for the most part, it's all there. Okay, now I'm going to use this clay brush. And what's funny is in ZBrush, I hardly ever use the clay buildup, but I tend to use it more inside of Nomad just because it just behaves a little differently. It just feels different. I can turn the smooth shading back on like this. And we can even give these pants a color. Like if we go look at a reference, they're like this blue. If we follow our reference, he's got these blue kind of trousers on. So we'll get a blue color and fill these. So how you do that inside of Nomad is you go to this paintbrush right here. You can actually do it in any of these brushes that accept paint. It's working out great. Awesome. I need to do a beginner's course to Nomad or ZBrush on iPad. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so if I go onto this this color here, you have all these options. They're turned off right now, but you have roughness, metalness, opacity, and color. When you turn on color, it opens up this color wheel. I don't want metalness or opacity. I do want to adjust the roughness. And it'll give you a preview using the color that's active. If I turn this color off and then do the roughness, it will just preview with whatever color is on there already. But we're going to change the color to like a Levi blue, maybe something like this. And then we're going to increase the roughness so it's not so shiny and plasticky, something like that. And then hit paint all, and then it does it like that. So now he looks like it's some trousers or whatever. And now I can get back to adjusting it like with my move brush. Okay, let's increase this. And how is the stream working, you guys? Is it okay? I'm going through Restream, and I'm trying to I'm wondering if in the future I just stream directly to YouTube from OBS, so I don't have to bother with any of that stuff. And I want to give him kind of a rear end here. I want to box it out. See, I accidentally started to carve into the surface because when I navigate, I hold down Alt, and you can see over here, it's subtracting when I accidentally do that. And there's a way to I'm trying to figure out my favorite way to have those settings set up. Because you can set it to toggle or to quick press, and that's also underneath bindings advanced settings. I haven't found a perfect setting that I like yet. Yeah, I kind of want to give him a flat bottom and just kind of square it out, like as if he's sitting on the chair and the weight is squishing the flesh outward, kind of a deal. There we go. By the way, I've been telling people join Sculpt School. What do I say now? Join school or join 3D Character Workshop School, etc. Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, wondering actually a real question, even it sounds a bit funny. Yeah, okay. So basically I just barely changed the URL for it. And the URL is, it's in the link in the description. It's just school.com/3dcw. So it's just 4 letters, easy to remember. That's what you share. And if you go into your about page and you go into your settings right here. So I went to the about page, went into settings. There's this invite link. If you share this, so you can copy it. If you share this with people, it'll give you this number. So then I can see that the referrals came from you. So that'll be, that's good. All right. Hey, Matt. Matt's trying to get in. I just approved him. Come on in, Matt. All right. I have to approve people if they want to come in. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror this foot over by adding. So if I have this selected and then I come up here and I go to add, I can click mirror right here and it will add a new mirror repeater. And then the feet, if we rename this feet, it's now being mirrored right here. Okay, and then we can continue just shaping it. I just kind of want to flatten these out with a smaller brush. Smooth it. We can kind of, these feet have a really funny shape. They're arched in the back. They kind of go down like this. And then they're very narrow by the ankle. And then I can select the pants and kind of move them up and move them out a little bit. Yeah, I don't think I like that of the brush adjustment where it just kind of changes. See, it kind of just goes boop, boop. I'm not a fan of that. So I'm going to go back to bindings, back to advanced. Center will kind of, I have to redraw the brush size from the center every single time, and I don't like that either. So I think this DX is my favorite, but it starts my cursor from the middle point. And so if I drag to the right, it goes bigger, and left, it goes smaller. But if I want to make it smaller, I'm right-handed. So as I move my hand and make it smaller, I can't see it anymore because my hand's in the way. I can see it if I use my mouse, but not, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to find a happy medium there with that. I'm just kind of pulling this up and pulling it out. Now that I have Nomad open, I should show you guys some of the characters that I've brought over into Nomad and rendered in here. And I'm really enjoying the rendering. It's a real-time render. It's not ray traced. It's not like, it's like Eevee and not or Marmoset. It's not like Cycles. It's not like Redshift. Redshift and Cycles are both ray trace renderers. This is like it's almost like a game engine, you know? Okay, so let's take a look at this. And then, did that answer your question, Flippy, by the way? Okay, I'm just gonna hit voxel, and I'm gonna hit inflate, get a bigger brush here, and then just really inflate this out. Maybe turn the power down. Does the poly groups carry over and back? I only just added the face group thing. Yes, it does. They do. Yes. Okay. I'm going to use my move brush. Just going to pull this out. He looks like ice cream in a cone, just sitting in a cone. This also has X-ray, so I can actually see what's going on through here, and I can smooth it and bring it up. because I want the folds to kind of, you know, really look like ice cream. So yeah, the programmer that programmed ZBrush, he reprogrammed the OBJ file format. I think FBX also retains polygroups across, but OBJ does as well. Okay, and you can see how low I'm keeping this. And then I can grab this crease brush and just kind of run it like this, like a big frowny face. And then grab inflate again. I can't remember if I have a hotkey for inflate or not. And that'll kind of close that up. I need to, I feel like inflate is a little too strong. So I usually run inflate like around like a 5, and it still inflates very quickly. So be cautious with that. I can also use pinch. Pinch is like, it just gathers the geometry together like this. Like my gather brush and ZBrush. Okay, let's add a color to this so it's not just, it's funny, it looks like big lips. Lip man. All right, so this, I'm just going to take, I kind of want a blue-gray, something like this. Just paint all, there we go. Okay, so what's cool about this is I can start adjusting the environment, I can add lights, and while I'm sculpting, which is super cool. So I'm going to grab this foot and turn that brown. Yes, I can. Yep, and I will. I'll give him a little chair. Okay. But I got to give him arms and a head and all that. We'll get there. We'll get there. So you're still watching on Facebook, Ernie? So how's that going? Is it all right? Smooth? Nice. Okay. All right. Let's save this. Where it's at now. Let's check it out. So this is another character that I worked on. I made this 100% in Nomad. This is Morticia from Wednesday. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I tried putting a texture on her dress. So this is like it's like black roses, you know? So I found this black rose tiling texture, and I put it on there. So Nomad has triplanar, like Substance Painter has, and you can access that under the paintbrush. And if you come over here, you can see paint all triplanar right there. So this is the alpha channel. You can go in here and you can go find the alpha. It ships with a whole bunch of alphas. But let me see if I can. Yeah, here's the pattern right here that I imported. It's just a bunch of flowers, black flowers. And once I pick this, you don't need UVs. You can just apply it in a triplanar right here. Paint all triplanar. But you can adjust it. It's just I put it on a layer. I added a little bit of depth to it, and I added some roughness. So the flowers are like shinier. You can kind of see right here. They're a little shinier, and the main fabric is a little more dull. So that was kind of fun to do that. But let's zoom in on her face. This is, yeah, I just did this just basically like I'm doing right now, just sculpting it up in Nomad. Let's see. There is also, I thought I had Lionel. Okay, hold on a second. Let me import him. If I go to iCloud, Nomad, projects. Let me find him. Lionel, there he is. Okay. Then I can click new project and it'll just bring him in. Okay, this is his standard pose. I sculpted him in ZBrush, but I did all the rendering here. It's really fun because it has screen space, ambient occlusion, and like I set up the lights in here, and it has curvature maps, like screen space curvature maps. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Like, and you can also do transparent. So like his sword, it's kind of hard to see, but it has these little domes over the eye that are made of transparent glass. So that was a ton of fun doing this guy. So this is my latest course. I walk you through how to slice and key him up for 3D printing. And that's in the course right now, just on the premium tier. Let's see. Let me import another one. Lino 2, is that? I'm not sure. Because I also I put him in this pose too. And I gave him his claw, and I put him on like a Disney Infinity base. And you can see how cool that transparency looks. It's pretty awesome. But this is, I believe this is in parts. Hey, what's up, Warren? How are you doing? Let's see if I can grab these parts. Yeah, okay, so let me do pivot center and then pull this head out. Oh, no, this one is not keyed. Okay, I thought this one might be keyed, but it's not. Okay, but it's posed and lit and rendered and yeah, all that, so. All right, it's just really fun to set up the lights in here and even bring, so I feel like Nomad and ZBrush are kind of like peanut butter and jelly. Have you done it or tried any posable 3D prints like action figures? Yeah. So I'm actually trying that with Lino, with a friend of mine, George. George works for McFarlane Toys, and he does articulation all day long with our McFarlane Toys. And he's kind of walking me through how to set up for articulation. And also, speaking of George Crudo, he is running a contest right now where you can win a copy of Nomad on PC. So if you're interested in that, let me get you a link here. Let me get Neil a link, and I will give it to him here. 1 second. And it's for anybody. Yeah, George just wants to give away Nomad, so. Where are you, George? Okay. Sorry, 1 second. I gotta find it. Gotta find out where I put it. Because he's running it's a different channel. Okay. It's called Is This a Model? All right, Neil, I'm going to give this to you. Or I guess I could put it in Restream chat. There you go. Hey, Wicked Fool. Got to run to a meeting, but I'll watch the repost. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out. So if you follow that link, you can, well, I think did it go to YouTube? I don't think it went to Facebook or LinkedIn. I don't know if LinkedIn is even working. I think I'm going to turn it off just to save bandwidth. Is anybody watching from LinkedIn? Say hello. If not, I think I'm going to shut it off. Most people are over on YouTube. Looks like 16 on YouTube and 5 on Facebook. And probably the rest, yeah, I don't know. Oh, there's 26 on YouTube. Awesome. Okay. Hey, Saul. Hey, Shane, good to see you live demos again. Nice, Lionel. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's really fun to bring in some old ZBrush models and render them out in here. Like even old Infinity ones like Boba Fett. Let's see. Yeah, new project. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so I brought Boba Fett in here. And why is it showing groups? So I have it selected. Okay. But see how it has this really fun line work? You switch from Facebook to YouTube. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm shutting off LinkedIn. I don't think it's working. So now we're just on Facebook and YouTube. Okay. So you can see this really cool line work. So how you get that is you go up here to this is post-processing, and you can see right here post-processing. You just turn this on right here, and then you switch to chat. Awesome. Okay, maybe I'll turn off Facebook. I don't know. We'll see. I'll leave it going. But you can turn on bloom here if you want to, if you have something really shiny or lit or something. But this is the one I want to show you, is this curvature. So this curvature is it's kind of like curvature maps when you're baking maps, like in Substance Painter and stuff like that, but it's screen space. So it's not quite as robust. How can I get Nomad Sculpt for Windows? The easiest way right now, Ness, is to go to the Nomad Discord channel, and then you go to the, here, let me find it. It's called the beta desktop version. Here, I'll just give you a link to it. You're on YouTube, right? Okay. Here, you can go right there and get it. There you go. Oh, Neil's on it too. Yeah. So it's in soft launch right now. It's not full. It's not a full public launch. He's still testing it out and making sure that it works. Because there's this plugin that you can buy that's additional called Quadrimesher. It's by the same guy who coded up ZRemesher. And so if you want to use Quadrimesher, you have to buy it separately, and then yeah, but it's working. It's working very, very well. It's nicely implemented. So anyway, as I was saying, curvature right here, you can add a bump as well. That's like the negative. You know, it's kind of a cool look. And you can also adjust it with kind of like layers in Photoshop, where you can change it to multiply or color burn or screen, you know, different looks. It's pretty cool. And then you can do the same thing with the cavity map. That's just the dark line on the inside. So I usually mix the dark cavity curvature, so it's a hard line, with ambient occlusion, which adds the soft shadows in the cracks and crevices. And that gives me a good look, as well as adding a couple lights. Like I have an amber colored light and a blue colored light. You can see the blue hitting right here from the side. And then my key light, the main one coming in, is amber colored, just to warm it up a little bit. And then you can see my environment, and I can change my environment maps right here. These are HDR images, and you can go find other HDR images and load them into here. Like I can click one of these, and it kind of changes the whole tone of the thing. But there's also other lights being cast on him. So yeah, those are taking over as well. So anyway, it's a heck of a lot of fun to bring your stuff in here and fiddle with it, you know. So let me just show you a couple more if you guys want to see. Let's see. Going. I know. I'm just kind of checking. I think you guys have seen this. Oh, I did this one during a live stream on ZBrush. Roran Korab. He's a fun one. I want to print him out. But I stretched out his base really long. But this was done in ZBrush and then rendered in here. You can see his lightsaber is kind of glowing this way, and his eyes are getting blown out. That's because I have bloom turned on. So I can turn that off and it doesn't glow as much. See that? So it has screen space bloom, which is pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, it's really fun to play with. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It doesn't, so Nomad doesn't have polygon tools yet. It's limited in some areas, and that's one of the main ones is there's no poly tools. So there's no like polygon modeling by hand like you would do in say Blender or ZBrush or Maya or something. But it's, as a sculpting app goes, it's really fun. It's pretty capable. Okay, let's go back to, let me show you the Space Girl. So this Space Girl she's done 100% in Nomad as well. You said quadrimesher being double the amount? I don't think so, Cameron. Unless you buy the license for everything, but if you buy it just for Nomad, especially on the iPad, it's not as much. And the developer for Nomad does not have any control over how much the quadrimesher guy charges. It's out of his hands. So the quadrimesher guy can charge whatever he wants, and he's kind of held to it. So it's not his fault. I'm just glad we have access to it. And also Nomad is extremely cheap, like one of the cheapest softwares out there, if not the cheapest software other than free. So I can't complain about it at all. It's like $30. Like one time cost $30. And it does all this stuff. So I mean, I'm happy to pay an extra whatever for that. Okay. So you can see this has transparency. It has ambient occlusion and curvature maps going on. And I used to have it doing some glowing and all these little lights and things. And you can do some hand painted coloring too, like this. This was all done in Nomad. But this is one of my free courses inside of my school. So if you want to go check it out, and it's like 3 hours, something like that. Works on basically everything. If you're talking about the quadrimesher, you can buy the full suite where it does work on anything, including Blender and the one for ZBrush is called ZRemesher. It's the same or similar code. It could be rewritten, but that one's the only different one. But the rest, like quadrimesher, you can buy. It works on everything, like Maya, Blender, all those, including Nomad. So you can get that license if you want. It's up to you. Okay, back to sculpting. Here we go. Back to lip pants. This looks like giant lips. Looks like a Dark Souls boss or something. Okay, so I do have it for iPad, and the price for Nomad on desktop I absolutely love. Indie license for desktop is like $60, which is still worth it. Yeah. That's how I feel. It's totally worth it for me. Okay. So I'm just kind of getting through here. I don't really know what shape these shoes are. And when you have a mirror repeater, you can work on either side. It doesn't matter. Just select the side you want to work on first. You just do that by tapping on it like this, and it'll flash for a second to tell you that's the one you're working on. And then you can come grab a brush, and then I'm going to hit invert and just kind of go around the outside of it to make a little flat zone. And I could do this with flatten too. It just depends on how you like to do it. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to smooth it out. I'm being kind of loose on purpose with this one. I'm going to smooth this out. Let's crank the smooth up. Sometimes I like to crease and then smooth and then crease again, smooth it out, just to kind of influence the direction of the way I'm pulling it. Oh, come on. Selected move. Give me move. Okay, now with these pants, I like to do, you can do crease brush and just make it really, really big and have invert on. Well, let's cut into it first. Maybe not that big. And pull it out like this. Pull it out here. Might not have much in the way of density of my geometry. You should have it dense, but not too dense. Yeah, just something like that, just to kind of give it some direction to start out with. Cheap tablet and kids can play around. So good. Yeah, it really gets them interested too, right? I got my daughter into it a little bit, especially if you can 3D print the stuff. Then they feel like they're making something, you know, that's they can hold in their hand later, which is super cool. Okay, these pants are like stretched across the center here, and I really want to get that, so I'm going to pull this forward and see if I can just get that kind of feeling of the pants being just really stretched. This is too strong now. Maybe something like that. Sorry, 1 second here. Let me hide this. Okay. Sorry, I had to check something. All right. Seems desktop and mobile have the same 6 gig limitation. What do you mean, Javelin? Like limitation on what? I think you can adjust it and set it to whatever. In your settings, you can crank up, like if you're talking about how many polygons you can go to or whatever. Yeah, you can adjust that. Alex, awesome to see you doing Nomad Sculpt videos. Thanks. Welcome. Okay. I kind of got to speed up a little bit because I'm taking too long. Build up just with some volume right here to kind of stretch it out to the knee to make it feel like it's just being pulled. May I ask, what's the difference between Sculpt School and the 3D Character Workshop? So, well, the Sculpt School is I've changed it. Sorry for the confusion. Hey, what's up, Ashley? How are you doing? Yeah, Humpty Dumpty, right? I think it was looking like those lumpy-headed dudes from Elden Ring. Oh, how are you doing? Glad you could catch my stream. Okay, so you're asking I actually was trying to make a school. I explained this. Did I just say explained? Okay, I can talk. I promise. Okay, let's just a really quick history. I started with the 3D character workshop 8 years ago. It was one course for one price, and it also had a community associated with it. It's currently I'm still selling it right now as of today, but it has a Discord community that goes with it, and it still has that course, but it's like a collection of smaller courses is what it is. But what I'm doing is I am moving everything over to a new platform. And what I was doing is I was going to create a new product and focus on 3D printing, but I decided that I was way too invested in the 3D Character Workshop brand. Everybody knows that's me and that's what I do, kind of a thing. So starting a new thing, it's just I ran into all sorts of difficulties with it. So I decided to make the Sculpt school. I changed it to be the 3D Character Workshop, and the old one as it is going to go away. And then I'm going to import all of those people into my school and gift them the courses that they bought. So I'm in the process of doing that right now. And so it's already changed names back or to 3D Character Workshop. It's no longer Sculpt School. Yeah, does that make sense? I really apologize for the confusion, but I can kind of show you what it is right now. So this is the about page. If you go here, I need to put a new video up here talking about what it is and what you get. And then it should say join right here, and you can join for free. So there's a free tier now. And then there's a medium tier, and that's where you get all of my courses. So if you go to the classroom, you'll see all these courses. This is the brand new course. This teaches you how to prep models for 3D printing. And this is the older 3D Character Workshop. This is a ton of information here, including like stylized anatomy, all sorts of stuff. And this is a free course. So if you join the free tier, you can access this one. This is a Nomad course. I originally made it for my Patreon, but I no longer have a Patreon, so I put it in here. And then these two characters are game characters. So I walk you through the entire process of how to make game characters. With this one, it's all the way to Substance Painter, how to set that up. And yeah, this is kind of an older one, but it's still relevant. And so all of those, except for this one, are on the mid tier. And then these brushes are free, and they're on the mid tier. This is a course I'm working on right now. It's not out yet. It's going to be basic beginner Nomad course, and it will be free. I have some resources, and then I have a high tier. So my high tier is mentorship, where I give feedback every single week. And you can see that when you sign up, when you go to ask, it asks you what tier you want to sign up with, and you can always join that later on when you're ready. But that's what this is. It's going to be like live coaching replays. And so you can access the old coaching calls. I've been running it for 2 years in a different way. So I'm going to bring all that over and the students over, and that's going to be the mentorship. And then I have this calendar. You can look at it right here. And you can see that the ZBrush Live Sculpt Off is happening tomorrow. Are you going to take part in that, Ash? Are we going to be competing? If so, I'm not going to go. I'm just kidding. Yeah, this particular one is for past participants in the Live Sculpt Off. And I'm participating in that one, but I'm not going to participate in the public one. So transition period will settle down soon, I reckon, when all links line up. Yeah, so eventually I'm going to point the old 3dcharacterworkshop.com to this school, so you guys can just see it and join it when you want. And it's got some other fun, cool things too. Like it has these leaderboards where it rewards you by when you post stuff and you get comments and likes and stuff like that, it bumps you up the leaderboard. And I'm going to have some like some rewards that you get as you go up through the leaderboards, which is fun. So, and Ashley, you can join too. I mean, it's like the free tier if you want. Not that you want another social media platform to get onto, but I'm going to be inviting pros in there just to hang out and have fun. Because we, on the free tier, we have Sculpting Hangouts, which is just a Discord channel where we just kind of hang out in there and shoot the breeze while we sculpt. So I think so, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna, the roster is decked out, so there's no chance. Just fun. Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna do whatever comes to mind. I don't even know. I don't even care. Okay. But does that explain it? Is that clear enough? Hopefully. That's kind of what I'm working on. That's where I'm at. I need more people in there to make it work. So not just on the free tier, but I need to get some people in there. Thanos glove, but it's for social media. Yeah, got them all. the Twitter gem. Oh, sorry, X gem. See, I did what X did, and I changed the name of it without thinking about it first. Big mistake. I try to make it not confusing, but I failed. I love these stretchy pants. Found the app's great, kept me more involved with the community, which is nice. I can't help click the notifications on your phone. Awesome. That's great to hear. You're talking about the school app? It's really nice, isn't it? Okay. Gosh dang it. Let's get him. Let's move on from Mr. Lip Body. Mr. Lip Body. That's what it looks like to me. Ashley is a big set of lips. All right. Let's fix that, shall we? Yeah, so Badly with Bradley, that Brad, he runs the Sculpt Hangouts. My mic is cutting off, is it? Is it cutting off for anyone else? Do I have a noise gate on or something? Is it the wrong? No. This should be the right microphone. Check test. Check test. Okay. Yeah, let me know if it's cutting off for anyone else, please. Quick question, how are you streaming Nomad Sculpt? I thought this is on the iPad only. Nope, this is on PC. The volume is low on your end. Huh. It's pinging into the yellow for me. If I turn it up any higher, it's going to be in the red. So I'm not sure what to do about that. Loud and no cutting off. Thanks, Chad. Thanks, Matt. Okay, good. Alex, I don't know what to tell you. Sahil, you can get it on Discord's, on the Nomad Discord. That's where it's at right now. The land of the hobbits. The Shire. How's it going, Warren, anyway? How you doing? It's been a while. Okay, I'm going to validate this sphere. Fine to me. I know, but how's the mic? Ooh, I couldn't help it. Such a dad joke. I have it on my iPad. It's the exact same thing on iPad or PC. Same. It's coming out like officially on PC soon. It's just in it's kind of in soft launch mode right now. But I learned how to use it on my iPad, and it works really, really well over there. Okay, I'm going to curl his arms around like this. Kind of squishing it. You know, one thing that's really cool about the iPad version is with the Apple Pencil, it has barrel roll, so you can spin it in your fingers. For me, he could, just like you could run but choose to walk. Yep. If you have a big enough phone, you can run it there too. True. Let's get oops. Come on, inflate. Yeah, the hook, snake hook brush in Nomad is called drag. What a drag. Missed opportunity. Okay, this is getting really stretched. It's time to voxel remesh. Yeah, way more memory on PC. So Sahil, what's cool about that is you can render bigger on PC, right? So a lot of times I'll be at, you know, on the couch or something sculpting, like not at my desk. I'll sculpt something and then I'll import it over to my PC and then render it over here. And it's just nice because it's the exact same program, right? So you can just set it up. And sometimes my iPad version will even crash when I'm trying to render over there, but it won't on PC because it's all the power. It has all the power. Okay, I'm going to voxel this. That's probably too high. There we go. Like I was saying, this voxel remesh is kind of like Dynamesh and ZBrush, but it results in all quads, kind of like the Blender quad remesher does, or remesher, I think it's called. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to subdivide it. So if you want more, you can voxel very low res and then add some multi-resolution steps to it. Okay, so I'm going to fill these arms with paint like so. There he looks like a, I don't know what. I gotta get his head in there. Ashley, did you see that Morticia I made by chance? Just curious. I think you'd dig it. Oop. All right. I kind of want to make it taper, go from these really narrow shoulders up top. And then it'll have the sleeves. And I got to get the fold in there. So we'll use the crease brush and get this fold. Fat fold, fat fold. And then we can inflate. Sometimes it's a little too powerful. I also really love the preview of what the brush is going to look like. Like it kind of shows you the depth. And this is like the damn standard brush, this crease brush. And so you can just kind of get it to the depth you want right there. And then hit it. No, is it here on YouTube? What are you talking about? Hey, Zofo. How you doing? I like it a lot for certain things. Like I've said in the past, I feel like it goes with ZBrush kind of hand in hand. because it has some things that ZBrush doesn't, and then ZBrush has some things that Nomad doesn't. Oh, Morticia. Yeah, I can show. I just showed it just barely, but I can show it again. I did it as like a Halloween sculpt. I did not stream it. So let's turn solo off for a minute. Can turn perspective on. Okay, let's go ahead and save this. Save it. Hey, Ian. Good to see you. Thanks. Okay, save it. Now let's open. Here she is. Open, open. There you go. Yeah, and you can do turntables inside of here. So you just go click on the Nomad logo up here, and then you click on turntable. It's right here, and there's speed and constant speed. You just click on that. I don't know why it zoomed out so far. But then you can just kind of let the spin roll. And you can turn up the speed a little bit. Rip. There we go. That's fast. Yeah. That's too fast. Let's try it again. Not so fast. Yep. There we go. That's better. And I filled her dress with like this this black rose material that allowed it to tile across there, which is super cool. But yeah, I did this whole thing in Nomad. Pretty fun. Thanks, Cameron. Yeah, I like how her hands turned out. Pretty dainty. Okay, enough of that. Oh, I did this pumpkin too. There you go. So with this pumpkin, I did a lot of post-processing with the lines and stuff, and with this glow. So I used bloom, and the little candle inside is glowing. Pretty cool. And I added some bumps. So see the ridges are kind of lighter green. Been wondering if I should invest my time learning Nomad sculpting, but I'm also thinking, what do I gain from it? Okay, I'll tell you this. Sculpting is sculpting, no matter where. So there's technical side to things, and there's an artistic side to things. The artistic side is going to stick with you forever, and technical comes and goes. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what program you learn. Like I've been learning Blender and Nomad and ZBrush, you know, but the sculpting skills stay. So I could sculpt this well, I sculpted this pumpkin in ZBrush, you know, it doesn't matter. I could, you could sculpt in clay, or like I say, mashed potatoes. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Okay. It's just what tools do you want to use, you know? What do you like? That'd be cool to print and get an actual tea light inside. Yeah, that's what one of my other students was saying. Hey, Claudia, thanks. Those are clean lines for eyes and all booleans. Yeah, booleans. Yeah, I use live booleans in ZBrush for that. You can actually watch me. I did stream the pumpkin. Yep. Blender is okay. The UV is a nightmare. Yeah, I don't really care for doing UVs in Blender. I like doing my UVs in 3D Coat. And I'm on my own streaming channel, so I can say what I like to use. 3D Coat is the best for UVs. Although, well, I can't say too much. I was just saying, ZBrush is working on some cool stuff. And I could eventually change my mind in the future. Yeah, you guys should watch the ZBrush Summit to see what they're working on. It's some cool stuff. Mic is minus 5 dB peak in red. Huh. Yeah, I get this monitor right here. I don't know if you guys can you see it in my window. So this is OBS and this is my peak. So it doesn't really go into the red for me. It just goes and peaks into the yellow a little bit. But I can turn it down if it's too loud and it's peaking out for you. Still the best for UV's 3D coat. Yeah, Ginger Bear, I agree. For Blender users, Z UV add-on. It's not bad. Yeah, I have that one. It's good. Missed out on the opportunity to purchase Perpetual. So here's a little tip. If you get it on the iPad, it's $80 for a year. That's kind of the cheapest you can get ZBrush. I should peek into the red? Are you saying I should turn it up? Check if you have any sound booster software or plugin active. Either. Oh, okay. You're talking about. Because I mean, this is maxed. This volume slider, it's cranked. And then the volume on my mic is like nearly cranked, not all the way. Audio sounds good on iPads, no headphones. Thanks, Daniel. I can hear it in my headphones. Like I can hear what it sounds like, what it should sound like going out, and it's not peaking to me. I have a Roland audio thing. I don't have gain or anything on it. Yeah, it shouldn't clip for me because it's not in the red. I keep it out of the red so it doesn't clip. I don't want it to clip. Again, see, here it is. This is where it peaks right there. If it's clipping, let me know. It will only get into red if I shout or get really close to the mic. Okay, back to sculpting. Getting Warren, it's an XLR. It's a Shure SM7B. Yeah, it wasn't a cheap mic. Okay. Let's get his head in there. So if I'm going to put an object in the center, what I usually do is come up to this hierarchy, click on add, and then add whatever I want, like a sphere here, instead of doing this insert brush, because this insert doesn't really work in the middle. And then I'll just validate it and then scale it on down. I was saying that to Flippy Pixel because his audio device is probably peaking. Most likely he's got some boosted volumes. Yep. Yeah, back to sculpting. No more audio. I'm just going to leave my audio where it is and move on, I think. But thanks for the feedback. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, I think one or two people mentioned it, but the rest said it was fine. So I don't know what to think about that. I don't know. I kind of like how Nomad displays X-ray. They're making Gremlins 3? What are you talking about? kind of want to say there was a Gremlins 2. I only saw the first one. I think I might have seen number 2 a long time ago, but if so, it's been a long time. Paul Gabry loves the Gremlins. He sculpted a really, really nice one. I love this guy. He's got such a triangle. It's like a, oh, what are they called? I want to say a gummy, but it's like a gumdrop head. What level of subdivisions do you work with? Level 5 through 7? I don't. I work with voxels. Yeah, I don't really pay too much attention to density that much unless I need to crank it up. But like this one, since I inserted a default sphere, it has subdivisions on it by default. But what I like to do is just I will voxel remesh it like this, and then just keep going. I don't really pay too much attention to that much. Okay, in the reference, his skin is quite dark, so I'm gonna go dark skin with him, and it's kind of an orangey dark, something like maybe in this area. I don't want him yellow. I want him warm. Okay, let's try that. And I want to crank down the roughness, give him a little tad of shine. There we go. Shiny. Okay, and then with this arm, I want to split it because he's got sleeves, and then I can make his hands and stuff. So yeah, this is a beautiful thing. So what you can do is turn it to the side, grab split, and then I kind of just want to cut through it. I found a good brush pack in the Nomad Sculpt forums. Any other you can recommend that are similar to ZBrush brushes? Alex, I thought about this a lot because I have my own brush pack for ZBrush, right? And I've been giving it away for 8 years, and I still do. It's in my school right now. I still give it away. So, but in Nomad, I feel like these default brushes give me everything I need. Hey, Wexter, how you doing? And I'll show you why. Because essentially what you can do is, like, you can go into this standard brush right here, and you can go into the brush menu, and in this fall off menu, there's the fall off right here, the preset. You can just click on it, and there's everything you need and more, right? So if you want to change the standard brush to more of a sharp crease type brush, you can adjust the fall off in here. And then you can change you can turn on and off silhouette, which silhouette kind of works like move infinite in ZBrush. And then there's these filters too, where you can turn on and off dynamic topology. You can turn off like there's a depth filter, so you can adjust this. Like you can grab like the height offset. You can adjust the bottom area like this. You can do it all right here. Those are all presets, or those are all adjustable. You can make presets, but I find that the brushes that it gives me that's all I need. I don't really bring in any other ones because I'll give you some advice. It's not the brush that makes you a good sculptor. It's knowing, all the art knowledge, I guess, whatever it's called. Okay. But yeah, there are some good, decent brush packs. I don't want to distract myself with them, I guess. Okay, I'm going to use split, and then we're going to go like, come on, let's clear this out. And then we're going to go like this, and then split it. And it looks like nothing happened, but you can kind of see this little split right there. So if I grab his arm now, I can shrink it down a little bit. Yeah, I was thinking about like rebuilding or remaking my brush pack and bringing it into Nomad. But it's hard to kind of see the point of it when all the brushes are there that I need. I love making his head like all shrunk down in there. Let's soften that up. Looks like a thumb head. Thumb head. Okay, and then we can grab the arms and fill it with this color like this. Sorry if the chat like us is distracting you from work, but it's the nature of the stream, you know. No, it's fine, Javel. It's fine. No, talk to me as much as you want. I'm here for your questions. You're not distracting me. I'm like a hoarder with the software brushes and add-ons. Yeah, me too. If I'm embarrassed by how many Blender add-ons I've picked up. It's way too many. To add to that, I usually try to keep software vanilla and don't customize it a lot, as sometimes in studio situations you have to bring in custom brushes, shortcuts, plugins. Yep. Once you get used to it, it becomes harder. So I mostly agree with that, except for ZBrush. ZBrush is kind of difficult to learn in the beginning. So I made a custom user interface with my brushes all visible so people could have an easier time learning ZBrush. And that's kind of the only caveat to that. Otherwise, I agree. Like I've changed the Nomad interface a tiny bit. Like I've added some extra buttons down here. But that's about it. Yeah. Everything else is default. I've changed the colors to blue. That's about it. Okay. Man, this guy is hilarious. Makes me laugh. I made his sleeves way too high. Problem is with studio situations, sometimes they don't allow you to bring in custom stuff. Yeah. But you would think brushes, they would be like, fine, whatever. I haven't really ran into that issue in my past 25 years of doing this stuff. I can see programs, but not brushes. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to voxel remesh this. And there's this little checkbox that says keep sharp edges. If you have sharp edges and you want to keep them, turn that on. Then we can crank this resolution up and hit remesh. It will do its best to try and keep those sharp edges. Does a pretty good job. But I'm going to soften them up because I want it to make it look like cloth. Pull his sleeve down a little bit more. Don't get me wrong, Maya is highly customized recently. Since years I have been working by myself, and recently I was remoting into a studio. It was a pain. I kept hitting my personal shortcut keys. Yeah. Yes, I guess brushes in UI should be quite easy if you request it, but put through and approved by IT. Yeah. I mean, it's just brushes, right? It's not like it's going to come with any virus. I didn't really have a problem with it, but I can see some people having issues, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of make his hands now. Just shape them in there. So going to sculpting question, is that you're drawing the reference, or do you find refs from friends? It's a reference that I found, and I got permission to sculpt. It is from this feller, Mahmoud Mohammadi. There you go. This guy. And here it is, and here's the reference, and he drew this. Yeah, and I highly recommend checking out his stuff. He's really, really, really good. And so he'll take like a photograph. Oh, come on, load. There it is. He'll take a photograph and redesign it in his way. Yep. So you can see a whole bunch of them. He just posted this one today. It's so good. Oh man, I love the way he does clothing. Very simplified, and there you go. Yeah, on LinkedIn. All right, let's fill this. There we go. Let's solo these hands. Give it some thumb meat over here. I've been doing this thing recently where I actually just pull out the thumb like this. And make a kind of a mitten like this. And I just kind of find that that it just kind of works out a little bit. So then I can just kind of bend it. Now it's stretching, and there's subdivision surfaces or subdivision levels. So I'm just gonna voxel it. Voxel. It's the beauty of it. Remesh. Okay. There we go. Now I can smooth it down and just keep going. Yeah, always in my entire career, I've sculpted concepts from other artists. It's very rare that a character artist does their own designs. I only know of a handful of character designers that do their own designs, and they only really do it from themselves. In production, they'll typically sculpt other designs. Where can we learn and sculpt along? Do you have a live course? Oh yeah. So I've been teaching this stuff for like 8 years. I used to run the 3D character workshop. That's what this is below me. I still do, but I'm shifting platforms. I'm shifting from my current platform, which is called Kajabi. I'm moving over to school.com, and it's school.com/3DCW. The link is down in the description. And you can join it for free. There's some free training. There's a Nomad course in there for free. And then I have another tier up that gives you all of my courses, all my ZBrush courses, every course that I've pretty much made is in there. So you can check that out. Here it looks like this. When you go to school.com/3CW, you'll land on this page right here, and then you'll see join it right here. So once you hit that, you'll see the different tiers. Know what I mean was not pre-recorded stuff like live training. I only do that on YouTube like I'm doing right now. And I also have a higher level in my school where I do weekly live coaching calls. So we can talk about your goals, and I'll do live demos and review your work and that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that level, it's available. So does not open for me? What do you mean? What doesn't open for you? I have some people from India there, in there. That's strange. I guess it depends on what part of India. I don't know. The website doesn't open for you? Can you see the link that Neil just posted? Can you click on that? That works, I guess. Adelia, hello. Welcome, welcome. The link says page not found. Oh, what the heck? But then I say it's right here. Is it because it's capitalized? Try this one. Yeah, try that one. Oh, looks like there's people joining, so that's cool. So can it not be capitalized, or maybe it needs the HTTPS or something? Please let me know if that one worked. This one in the chat is working. Okay, the new one works. Okay, maybe take note of that, Neil. I need to change the description then. Thanks, Wexter. Okay, sorry about that. Good to know. The one in the description is not working. Okay, I'll change that. Probably right as I'm done live streaming, I'll change it. Awesome. Yeah, it's free. You guys go join it if you want, if you're interested. Love to have you. We have sculpting hangouts over there. You can come hang out. That's live, by the way. Sahil, if you're interested, we do sculpt hangouts. You can come hang out and chat with other people that are sculpting. But it's not training like this. It's hangouts. So okay, let's go. Insert quad sphere. Have you seen AI affect this industry at all? Hey John, how you doing? Yeah, I don't really want to get into another AI conversation at the moment because I'll just go on forever, but I have not seen it affect anything yet. I've seen layoffs, but I don't think they have anything to do with AI. And I've seen people try to use it in their pipelines, but I haven't seen any professional, like all my friends that work at big studios, they're trying to see if they can use it to speed up their process, but it's not like it's taken their jobs or anything. By the way, my name is spelt Saji, but too easily speak it. It's so is the J pronounced as an H? So in English we say J as J and H as H, you know. So is it Sahil or Sajil? I'm horrible. Okay, crease. Second one is closer. Okay. You're probably like, just stop. Yeah, Sahil would be more Spanish, I think. So is there a new Discord for school, or is it something new? Warren, it's new. I'm trying to I'm trying to figure that out right now. It's something I'm trying to navigate. I'm not sure what is going to happen with the Discord things, right? Because I have a new one that's just for Sculpt Hangouts and text while you're hanging out, so you can type to people, and that's just the 2 channels. So that's currently I'm using that for the live sculpting hangouts, so it doesn't have all the other stuff that the 3D character workshop had in there. And then the only other one that I absolutely need, is I need one so students that are on the highest tier can submit their work, so I can give them feedback during the coaching calls. Oh, you've registered on school. Okay, great. Yeah, Warren, all the chatter and courses and everything like that is pretty much just on school. There's a main feed there that's like a forum. If you go like to the community, you can see right here, and there's categories up here where you can post into. You can see work in progress. Like here's one of Brad's. Sorry, Brad, I want to put you on display. So Brad's been posting this, and you can see there's a lot of activity and stuff in there, but this is one of his latest characters. It's so good. And Brad does all his stuff in Blender, so you don't have to stick with ZBrush or Nomad to follow along. Brad follows along in Blender, which I also have a 3D character workshop custom add-on for Blender that will be available in the course section soon. I like the new 3D. Are you talking about the brand new one that I made, or the new old one? Because this, let's see. Yeah, it's Wexer's making Gandalf. This is the new one, and it just has a sculpt hangout and the text. That's it. So, but the old one is here, and it has a ton of stuff like this. And this I'm probably going to trim down just to incentivize people to post on school instead of in the Discord. Brad is awesome. Oh, Wexter. I didn't see who was posting that. Yeah, the new one. Minimalistic. Minimalistic. I like it too. You don't use mashed potatoes, Neil? So you can see all the stuff happening. It's very active in there. It's fun. So yeah, come join us. All right. The add-on is great. Just waiting on the membership pending to go away. All right. As soon as I'm done streaming, I'll go and allow all those new people in. Okay, I'm gonna hit clone, and then And if you've purchased my 3D character workshop in the past, I finally figured out a way to get the older courses granted to you, so you don't have to pay for them. You'll just get them. You can stay on the free tier and get access to those courses. The next tier up will get you access to like monthly challenges and demos and things like that on a monthly basis. Some events, I guess. So if you want to take part in those, then you can join the next tier up. But you can still post in the forum in the free. Get back to sculpting, Warren. Come on. Yeah, how long has it been? I know you've been busy. Is there a verification process for the old students or just through email? Just through your email, Cameron. So basically, yeah, a little behind the scenes, how I have to get it to work is there's software called Zapier or Zapier. I don't know how you say it, but basically it's an if-then statement. It's like I have to turn on a tag in your account on the old platform. And as soon as I do, the Zapier will see it and it will go send you an invite to the group and allow you access to the 4 courses. Yeah. I love the new format of you teaching. Oh, thanks, Adelia. I appreciate it. Yeah, with my new Lion-O course, I did something a little different with that one, where I kind of treated it like a live stream, but with no audience to get me derailed. Battlefield. Oh, thanks. Gotta save. Yeah, Cameron, hold on 1 second. Let me show you just really quick what it'll look like. I haven't pulled the trigger on it because I want to make sure that I have all the courses and everything that I want to give people all set up and ready to go. I don't know where it went. There it is. No. Oh man, I think I lost it. Here, let me look at one more place. Okay. It's going to, the email will look like this. It'll come from school. It'll say, you've been invited and you've been granted these courses. And then join it right there from your email. So it should be pretty easy. But in the meantime, you can join the free tier. Gotta go. All right, yeah, I gotta wrap this up. It's 3 o'clock for me, so it's been 2 hours. I think I'm gonna stop here with his goofy hands. I gotta pose him so he's holding those little papers instead of like patting his stomach like this. I really enjoying the Lion-O course, taking it at my own pace, but yeah, the recording style is really good. Awesome. I'm so glad to hear it. I'd love to catch your next streams. Where do you usually announce them? Claudia, if you subscribe to this YouTube channel that you're watching right now, it should notify you. And I'm going to try and preemptively tell people, like not at the last second when I actually go live, but like maybe a day before, let you know that I'm going live the next day. I want to stream a lot more if I can. And then I also want to put it in the YouTube community to let people know, because I feel like if I put it in the community, it goes out more, like you'd get emailed and let you know. So perfect. just to see if I need to do anything else. No, that should be it, Cameron. Yeah, should be it. All right. This guy looks like he has no head. It's just a neck. I got to get his face in there. Really funny. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Save it, and then just wrap this up. All right, you guys. Well, have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember, the ZBrush Live Summit is this weekend. So check that out. If you're into sculpting, they're going to have some really cool speakers. They're going to have a fun sculpt off. I'm going to be participating in the sculpt off tomorrow. The first version of it. So they're doing 2 sculpt offs. They're doing one with a bunch of past people that have participated before. I participated in one of the very beginning ones. And then they're going to have a public one after that. So if you want to watch along, it's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, thanks everybody. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really enjoyed it. And we'll see you all in the next one. All right. Keep your eyes out. We'll see ya. Happy sculpting. Keep sculpting. We'll see you in the school, hopefully.